Hey loves, I hope you guys are good. This is Nomonde and welcome to my channel. I'm not gonna take way too much of your time. I'm hoping that you are good and that you are spending time with the Lord, and whatever it is that you are going through, that the Lord is helping you to get through, because he's not gonna leave you there. Like, he really is not going to leave you there by yourself. He is God who is the breaker, and he's gonna break open the way for you, and you will get through in the mighty name of Jesus. And so I welcome you. I'm Nomonde. I don't know if I've said that already. I'm Nomonde, and welcome to my channel. And I thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for the comments, for the likes. Thank you so very, very much. May God bless you for that. I want to talk about, and I'm not going to take too much of your time, like I always say. I want to talk about like the light of God. And I want to remind you that in the darkness that you are experiencing right now, that you can rely on the light of God. I was reading, this is Isaiah 50, verse 10. It says, "Who among you fears the Lord and obeys the word of his servant? Let the one who walks in the dark, who has no light, trust in the name of the Lord and rely on their God." What is happening with us when we are going through stuff, and I've seen that with me as well. What the enemy wants us to believe is that God is not with us, and what the enemy wants us to believe is that we are in darkness, and he wants to keep us there, to keep us from knowing and understanding the character of God, to keep us from understanding the fact that even as we are going through this, the Lord still loves us. Because when a lot of things are happening to you and you don't understand, and you are going through trials and you are going through tribulations, whatever that is, what the enemy wants you to believe is that God is not with you, and he also does not love you. And so you can just rely on yourself, just rely on yourself. Just find other things to numb your pain. Find other things to, that's what the enemy wants to do with us. But the Bible, as it says here, that let those who walk in the dark, who have no light, trust in the name of the Lord and rely on their God. We are not too grown for God. I just want to remind us, because like every time we go through something, and I see this by me, like sometimes every time when I go through something, it's like I'm alone. And so because like I feel like I'm alone, then I can just rely on me. You know what I mean? Like I can just, yeah, this is where I am, and I can just find a way to get through. But there's no way to get through other than relying on God and talking to God about the situation. There's no other way to get through that is right. Because obviously what the enemy is going to do, he's going to help you find something to numb the pain. He's going to help you find something to just like forget, to help you forget about what you are going through, and not rely on God, though, because he does not want you to rely on God. He does not want you to receive the strength that you need for this situation. He does not want you to receive the power that you're going to get by relying on God's light, by relying on God's light. Because if you are relying on God and you feel like you are in darkness and there are all these things that are happening to you and you do not understand, the only light that matters is the light of God. That's where you're going to find it. That's where you can escape the darkness. That's how you escape the darkness. It's already dark here where we are on this earth. But how can we find light? We can find light by listening to God, spending time with God, finding out what he wants us to learn through the situation, crying to God. It's okay. It's okay to cry to him. If you have to do it every day, you can do it every day. But don't go and try and find peace by yourself. Don't go and find light by yourself in this darkness that you are feeling, that you are walking through. remember God's light. And another thing that we do also when we're going through something, we want to hide. We want to hide in this darkness, right? And we're just gonna go through it. I'm just gonna go through it, and I'm gonna be alone, and like nobody cares. You know what I mean? And then when you do that, you hide. And when you hide, the light that God has put in you as well, nobody will see it. Nobody will see it. I've seen with my life. Like, I know that God has called me to like be out here. You know what I mean? But whenever I go through something, it's like I need to hide. I'm not going to post anything. I'm not going to, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to hide. What about the people that you are lighting up for? Because you get the light from God, and God calls us the light of the world when we are in Him. So then if you are hiding your light, the world needs it. If you are hiding, the people are not going to experience the light of God through you. What the enemy wants you to do is to hide and just do whatever you want to do. That obviously has to do with the enemy, because he's going to give you what to do. You know what I mean? But if you are spending time with God and you are relying on God and you are relying on His light, then you are also able to be the light to the world and not hide. Because nobody lights a what is it called? I think it says here, you are the light of the world. This is Matthew 5 verse 14. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. And then it says, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a barrel. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. And so what the enemy wants you to do is just go through it by yourself, and then find things that are not of God to deal with it, and then just hide. Just hide so that nobody will see your light. But if you talk about it, if you spend time with God and you experience God's light, then you are able to come up here and be like, hey, I'm actually going through that as well. Hey, like, this is how the Lord is helping me. And I trust that God is going to help you with that thing as well. You know what I mean? And so I just wanted to remind us that God is our light. He's our light and our salvation. And we don't have to hide from Him. We can rely on Him in everything that we go through. And we don't have to hide from everybody else, because we're going through all of this. And so I'm not going to be the light. I'm not going to shine my light because I'm just going through something. I'm just going to hide here. We were not meant to hide. We are the light of the world. And I hope this speaks to someone, and that you have heard God talking to you, and He loves you very, very much. Thank you so much for listening. May God bless you.